I planted another tree, and Winnie decided to throw some shade at Tipper. Now, this next sequence of events is partially due to my ignorance and stupidity. Nothing but me, the waves, and a weenie. I pull out my axe. Hello and welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video. Today we are going to be decorating the campsite, doing the campsite build. She's all set up, ready to go. It's like she's our Barbie doll, and today we're playing dress up. So come along with me for this build. I was gonna say it's a speed build, but it's not necessarily a speed build. I don't really speed stuff up that much, but it's just a build video, so come along and watch. There is lots of villager drama and beef in this video. We had a fight. There's literally people started fighting in the middle of my build. I don't get it, but keep watching. And if you like content like this, you like speed builds, Animal Crossing, fun stuff, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kiss kiss. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so without further ado, this is the campsite area, but this is like the back of it. I built this really big farm on stream. Shout out if you were there. It was a lot of fun. It took me 2.5 hours, but it still came out cute. So we have that kind of almost directly behind the campsite area, so I do need to be conscious of that. My very first thought apparently was to dig up this cedar tree and to replace it with a hardwood tree. Alright, build is done. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! I planted another tree, and Winnie decided to throw some shade at Tipper because Tipper has not given me a gift yet. So Winnie decided to give me one literally right in front of Tipper's face. Iconic. I needed to move Cobb's house, but I discovered that his catchphrase is hot dog, and I just knew that he was trying to bring up painful memories of the hot dog water incident. So now he's on my block list, and I also find it strange how two pigs in this game who have a name starting with the letter C are out to get me. Very strange. Anyway, Tipper has terrible aim. I moved Cobb to a life of solitude on the beach and time traveled to the next day. And now my cat is on my desk. Thank you so much. Thank you, Peach. She gets so mad when I lock her out of the room. It's like, I'm trying to voice record. I'm trying to voice record, Peachy. You can't be in here right now. But she gets so mad. She sits and cries at the door until I let her in, and then she'll sprint in here. She goes super speed sprinting in here because she's like afraid I'm gonna close the door on her or something. Poor baby. Now she's just sitting in my lap and making biscuits on my Hello Kitty pants. You like the Hello Kitty pants? Thank you so much. Pepper does not care that much about being in here. He will lay in here sometimes because I have carpet in my room, but he does not get upset if you don't let him in. He does not care whatsoever, but Peachy's kind of like a little mommy's girl, so she gets sad and she'll cry. Pepper only cries during the night. Pepper will like do like the yowl kind of whine, like really cry in the middle of the night, just like in the middle of the living room, and we're like, what are you doing? Now this next sequence of events is partially due to my ignorance and stupidity, but I tried to move the other player's campsite that I have on my island. Talking to Tom Nook provided me no option to move said campsite, so I yeeted myself out of there and logged in as my grandma. She went to go talk to Tom Nook and he didn't give her the option either, and I was like so confused, and I thought maybe I had to pay my first home loan to unlock that option. So I spent literally an hour grinding Nook miles only for the option to not show up again. And then I caved because I was so confused, and I asked Twitter, who informed me that this was not even possible. Great. So I decided to cut my losses and just extend the area of the campsite to include my grandma's tent on the beach, and thankfully it's really close by anyway, so it works out. I went to craft a log bench, did not have the materials anywhere, and then I had to do manual labor, what the heck? But I got it done in the end. So now I was finally able to decorate. Literally go away. Who? Anyway, here I wanted to set up a nice little picnic table, as one has while camping. I put down some of these cute mushrooms, and that reminds me of these TikToks that I keep seeing spouting this nonsense that like mushrooms are the Gen Z equivalent of millennials' pineapple phase, or like cow print is the new galaxy print. And I get chills to my core because while I was born in 1999 and I only just barely scraped by the Gen Z label by a couple of years, I was a pineapple girly. I was obsessed with galaxy print and llamas and succulents and everything, and now I'm obsessed with mushrooms and frogs, and I'm terrified that like in a few years we're all going to be making fun of mushrooms and frogs. I can't take it. Anyway, back to the build. I put some assorted food items on this picnic table, whatever items that were in my storage that gave me the most camping vibe, and got to work setting up a fishing spot that I do move later, so don't get attached, please. I know it hurts, but it'll hurt even more if you do. Going with my classic duck on a puddle and setting out a container of fish for all the fish everyone is going to be catching in the little pond, and really going to town with the custom designs. I do want to be able to freely walk around my builds. I am guilty of cramming so many items into walking areas and making it difficult to get around, so trying my best here to make everything nice and accessible for everyone. Then I remembered that weeds exist, so of course I had to go to town with those and plant some more trees to fill out this forest. Now that I created this little empty space, I just had to fill it. I love using DIY benches and storage sheds in my decorating because it saves me from having to run around my island a ton. I accidentally added this custom design instead of another one I was trying to add, but I ended up leaving it because it makes it look like someone dragged this fish container away from the hand washing area. I don't know, I thought it was a nice little detail. And next on the agenda, fences. And this is where I rearranged the little fishing spot, so I hope you didn't get attached because I warned you. Clean up on Isle Storybrooke. We're cleaning up these fences because we're replacing them with these fences. Got to work planting some coconut trees because I had no trees on the beach, and that is absolutely illegal. And then I wanted to set up a campfire area. I actually spent a few summers in Michigan when I was like 15, and we would do campfires on the beach of Lake Michigan and do s'mores and cook hot dogs. So I always loved me a beach campfire because of those summer evenings on Lake Michigan with nothing but me, the waves, and a weenie. I also wanted to talk about the theme and the vibe of this whole area. I personally do love a themed island and stick fairly close to the theme. It just makes it a fun challenge for me, basically, but I know not everyone is about that life, so, you know, totally do whatever you want on your island. But I feel like this campsite is slightly dipping its little pinky toe into cottagecore, just a tiny bit. I feel like it's even kind of normcore cottagecore, maybe? It kind of feels like what everyone's cottagecore islands look like in 2020 when it exploded in popularity to do a cottagecore island, which isn't bad at all. Like, I'm not complaining. I think it's fun and it still looks cute. But I do want this campsite to feel like it's in a farm town, so I tried my best to add like crops here and there and a windmill and wheat fields, but if you have any more suggestions to like dial up that farm aesthetic, please do let me know because I feel like I'm struggling with that just a little bit. Maybe I just need to add a bunch of horseshoes everywhere. I mean, those are pretty farm core. So I'm just putting some finishing touches on the beach here, you know, custom designs, weeds, wheat fields, the usual. Just once again using custom designs to fill up the area so that it's easy to walk around because we love that. Since half my palm trees didn't grow, I planted another, so hopefully that one will grow in soon. And now it's back to more fencing. I did want to mark off this area so that it was pretty obvious where the camping grounds were. I tried to leave some gaps in the fencing also so that once again, you know, say it with me, we can actually walk around. But this little side area was feeling pretty empty now, and I was sort of running out of items, so I decided to fill it in with more custom designs. Who could have guessed? Just making a little path that kind of leads to nowhere, but hey, I mean, at least it looks cute, it solves my problem, it's on theme, and that's all we need. Speaking of all we need though, I have been getting so nostalgic for like the early days of Animal Crossing. Like, I feel like now more than ever, people have just stopped playing Animal Crossing because there's no updates or anything to look forward to anymore. Which, you know, it's understandable. And I just remember those days where I would fly to people's islands, you know, only to water their flowers for them, trade on Nookazon all day, and get excited when I finally got a new flower hybrid. The universal experience of our very first bunny day, you know, it was so, just such a time, and I miss it. But what I don't miss is this monkey being in my way when I'm trying to place down paths. Rude. My villagers have been so annoying today. I don't know what it is. I mean, I have been poisoning the water supply, but you know, I don't think it's that. So now I'm just fencing off the rest of the area, adding some more of these log fences, adding some more trees, desperately trying not to think of how badly I'm craving banana pudding right now. Like, so badly. Like, so badly. If you offer me banana pudding right now, like a whole, like, giant sheet of it, I swear I would demolish that right now. Like, Homemade banana pudding, are you kidding me? I'm actually gonna start tearing up over how good that sounds, and I'm also so hungry because I have like 20 minutes till dinner. Anyway, let me tell you a horror story. Now, I was just here simply getting items, and I come back, and Violet's here. I'm terrified. I'm freaking out. She's in my freaking campsite. I pull out my axe, but sadly she started to walk away and she was spared. But it was still terrifying. And then her and freaking Deli decide to stand here where I need to place these next few fences so annoyingly. So I tried to calm down and like decorate this picnic area, but you will not believe what they do. These besties decide to get into a fight, and they're mad, they're angry, they're huffing and puffing everywhere, and I'm just like, can I please decorate? I try to push Deli out of the way because I'm like, okay, I don't care if you're mad, move please. And he finally moves, and I can finally put these fences down and put down a little windmill. Man's just stomping all over my picnic table so rudely. Oh my goodness. Violet's in the back. I'm just like, what do I do? So I decide to just keep decorating, because what else can you do? Honestly, my villagers are just totally off the charts. I don't get it. I truly don't know what's going on here. Is it the weather? Is it the food? Is it the poison? I have no clue. Anyway, we're done now. This is my campsite. I am so freaking happy with it. I think it came out so good. I really, really like it. I like how big it is. I like how spread out it is. I wasn't planning for it to take up this much space, but I'm honestly really glad that it did. And I just think it came out so nice. So I'm going to show you a few of my favorite areas. Of course, like the main area. I think it's so nice. Like everything's pretty basic, but you know what? I think it works. I think it fits. I think it's awesome. I love this little campfire area. It's so cute. Just like this teensy tiny little baby area. Adorable. The beach campsite is just such vibes. I don't know what it is. I absolutely love the little yellow tent. So glad I decided to use that. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this. Oh, the overhead shot, of course. My pond almost looking like a flower, but not quite. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. You can follow me on all my social medias down below in the description. And don't forget, I have some Froggy Crossing merch if you want to snag a t-shirt or a hoodie. I post Animal Crossing, Squishmallow vlogs every week, usually twice a week. It depends on my schedule. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.